Good morning, preschool friends. How are you? Good morning, preschool friends. How are you? It's time to start our day. We are here to work and play. Good morning, preschool friends. How are you? Good morning, preschool friends. How are you? Good morning, preschool friends. How are you? It's time to start our day. We are here to work and play. Good morning, preschool friends. How are you? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our distant learning class. Today is Tuesday, April the 28th, 2020. Our question of the day is, name me one thing that you like about trees. Name me one thing you like about trees. The thing I like about trees is I like the flowers. I like flowers on the trees. So your child's going to tell me one thing they like about trees, and they're going to drop it down in the comment section. Either you can text me your response. Okay, I love you ritual is warm hands. This is a winter warm you I love you ritual, but this also is good for if your child needs extra attention or you want to cuddle with your child. So this also work well with this. And with warm hands, okay, you are going to partner with your child. And the verse, when I say warm hands, warm, you're going to take the child by their hand and you are going to put your hand in their hand as if you're rubbing their hands. Do you know how, on that verse, you are going to continue rubbing your child's hand? On the verse, to toast these little fingers, you're going to cup your child's hand. You are going to make sure you're at your child's eye level, just like this. On the part when I say I'll blow in your hands now, okay, you're going to, the part that you have cupped, you're going to put your child's fist to your mouth, you're going to blow. Just like you're making their hands warm. Okay, so it's just that simple. This is an easy I love you ritual. Okay, so we are going to do this on 3. 1, 2, 3, ready. Warm hands, warm. Do you know how to toast these little fingers? I'll blow in your hands now. Okay, so that was I love you ritual. Okay, our read aloud is a repeat read aloud. Our tree named Steve. And for our second read aloud, this time I asked the kids to use critical thinking skills. The first time is more of an introduction, the first read aloud, and them, getting familiar with the characters and just the story itself. The second time I read this aloud, the kids are more familiar. I would ask them to think. I would give them 3 questions. I would say, okay, when I'm reading, think about the response. Think about what you're going to say. And this is a great way of helping them. They have to do book reports in their later years in school. Okay, so this is our second time our second go around with this book. So kids, I want you to answer these questions. After you answer these questions, tell your parents your response, and they're going to drop it down for you in the comment section. Okay, so I want you, while I'm reading the story, I want you to tell me what happened in the beginning, what happened in the middle, and what happened at the end of this story. So I want you to pay attention, and you're going to tell me what happened in the beginning, middle, and end of this story. Our tree named Steve. The author writes the book. The illustrator draws the picture. We read from left to right and front to back. And the author is Alan Webel, and the illustrator is David Caltrow. I remember there was one tree, however, that was the 3 of you couldn't stop staring at. Adam thought it was crying. Lindsay said it looked nervous. And Sarah, who was only 2 years old, couldn't pronounce the word tree and called it Steve. I love you, Steve, she kept saying. And then Adam and Lindsay started saying it. And before too long, Mom and I got the hint and asked the builder to please save Steve. The day we moved in, Steve was there to greet us. He quickly worked his way into your lives as a swing holder, target, third base, hiding place, jump rope turner. And whenever our dryer broke down, he held our underwear with pride. Guys, you remember when we did the clothing study a while back? We talked about 2 different types of ways you can dry your clothes. We said one way is to use a dryer, and another way is to hang your clothes outside for the sun to dry. So they took the second option. They dry their clothes by hanging their clothes outside on a clothing line to dry. Yes, right there in the center of our yard, this weird looking tree grew to become the center of our outdoor life through all our barbecues, campouts, dance parties. When Adam and Lindsay started getting crushes on the Simon kids next door, Steve adjusted to our every need. Let me do it this way. Okay. And it wasn't always easy standing tall through snowstorms in the winter. Or when Uncle Chester's nap in the hammock couldn't possibly have been fun. Not to mention the time that the sewer overflowed and Steve sucked up all the smelly water before it drowned Kirby. Dan got so sick himself that the tree doctor had to give Steve a haircut that made him look like a big thumb. Through the years, Mom and I have tried to show you, in a world filled with strangers, the peace that comes with having things you can count on and a safe place to return to after a hard day or a long trip. Which brings me to the point of this letter. Last week, a storm hit our area. So when we talk about storm, what do we think about when we hear the word storm? Do we think about rain, thunder, lightning? All those words are associated with the word storm. Rain, thunder, and lightning. And though we spared Steve's life a long time ago, this time we couldn't save him. Are we sad? Sure we are. But even in this final moment, when we couldn't have fallen on our house, Sarah Swing's, Kirby's house, our mom's garden, Steve performed his last trick and protected all of us to the very end. And friends like this are hard to find. So when you come home from grandma's next week, Steve would not be able to greet you as he's done in the past. I'm sorry. But please know that Steve will always be with us in our hearts, in our thoughts. And in a different tree at the other end of our yard. See you next week. Love, Dad. The end. Okay, guys. So after listening to the story for the second time, tell me in the comment section what happened first, what happened in the beginning, what happened in the middle, and what happened at the end of this story. Okay, that's our read aloud. Okay, Rosie. Rosie, I want you to watch the video Bedtime Math Story. When you're going to tell stories that incorporate phrases such as more, fewer, less than, greater than, terms like that. Because the more comfortable you are teaching your child math terms, the more comfortable they will be with math. Okay, because I know math, a lot of us have math anxiety. So the earlier you show them about subtracting, adding, teaching them certain things like more, which is fewer, which is less, which is greater. Get them comfortable with these terms so when they start doing math, they won't have that anxiety. They'll understand the terminology of it. Okay, so we want to start this early. Okay. And for our extended learning, it's a game called Hippity Hoppity How Many. So how you will play this game, you're going to close both of your fists. You're going to put your fist in front of you, and you're going to shake your fist like this, and you're going to say, Hippity Hoppity How Many? And you're going to quickly hold up you're going to hold up a couple of fingers on each hand. And you're going to have the child to count the combined fingers you holding up. So they're going to count the 2 on the left hand, 2 on the right hand. They're going to tell you what the numbers are. So in this instance, they're supposed to be saying the number 4 after they count your fingers. You're going to do it again. Hippity hoppity how many? You can do it as many times using different numbers on each finger. Have them to count the combined numbers. Okay, for each one, when you do hippity hoppity how many, that you are going to write the number down. After they count it, teach them how to write the number so they can associate the written number with the numeral with the written number. They'll know how to associate the two. Okay, so you're gonna play this game with them as long as they're interested in this, as long as they're getting something from it. Okay, so that concludes our class for today. I wish all of you well. Continue keeping up the good work. Continue answering the questions, staying engaged with the activities. Keep it going. And I'll see you on tomorrow. Bye-bye. Have a good one.